studio, I am privileged to have distinguished gentlemen who have...
You're watching Youth TV, empowering you.
A very good afternoon to everyone watching us live here at Youth TV. This is the Youth Feedback, a program that always runs on Sundays at 11 a.m. And this is a platform that is live, it is online, it is everywhere. You can watch Youth TV programs on YouTube, on Facebook, anywhere. And these shows are always available every time you want to have a glance and a glare at them. This weekend we come with yet another interesting but pertinent issue to us, especially the youth. And today we are discussing mindset transformation. Eras have changed. We are now in the new normal, and it's expedient for us to discuss mindset transformation as a key to youth improved livelihood. And with me in studio, I am privileged to have distinguished gentlemen who have attached to themselves a very great career in terms of their achievements and what they still have in their aspirations box. In program, I am joined by Mr. Mbarara Emmanuel. He's a former student and still an aspiring leader at Bishop Stuart University. I'm also joined by Honorable Abaho Delon, who is also in the same category as Emma, a very vibrant youth, and also Mr. Davis Jeramukama. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Yes, quick start to this. I would like to have a detailed introduction. It is always not good for someone to introduce you because you're the best person who knows yourself. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. And so before I can invite them to introduce themselves to the viewers, we are in our new home. My producer can show you. We are at the University Inn, and this is where we plan to always have our programs. And yes, we are breathing in fresh air, which is helping us think more and have brilliant ideas, and also thinking outside the box. So this is the University Inn. You can always contact these people for any of the events that you have, and you can all see that the environment is very good. That aside, I would like to, of course, start with you, Mbarara Emmanuel.
Yes.
Could you please introduce yourself in the innermost detail?
Okay. Thank you very much. My name is Mbarara Emmanuel, commonly known as Emma. I'm doing bachelor's in information technology. I'm in my second year, and I'm aspiring youth president Bishop Stuart University, as he said. In first and foremost, I would wish to share with you that, putting aspiration aside, I've been in leadership for quite a long time, from primary level, secondary level, up to now the university level. Before aspiring for guild president, I'm the class lead of BIT2, and not only that, I'm the speaker for Bukosa, which is Bishop Stuart University Computing Association. And away from that, still, I'm the chairperson or the club founder of Bususfa. Therefore, in leadership, I've been in this field, and surely I know how it goes. And another thing is, let's continue with the discussion. Yeah, that's all I can share with you, the viewers, about introduction. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Emma. On your immediate left, Honorable Denon.
Thank you so much, moderator. As you said, and I still say, and I will always be called Abaho Delon. I'm in my second year doing a bachelor's of law from Bishop Stuart University. My journey started in the way back high school, standing in as the deputy speaker in my O-level. That was in the far back 2016. Then I later joined my HSC. I became a chairperson school council. I'm driving the same image outside my school level. I went back home in the past elections. I stood in from the youth structures up to the municipality level. And I'm now standing in as the chairperson representing the youth at a municipality level in Rukunje district. And now I'm driving the same image to my campus. That is Bishop Stuart University, aspiring to be the next good president. How I wish and pray to the Almighty that I would really embrace this and serve continuously up to the national level. Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Let's keep inspiring the youth outside there to fall into our feet as they can draw an image from us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, Honorable Davis.
Well, thanks to the host for having hosted us on this program. I'm by the name of Davis Iramukama, a student at Bishop Stuart University, pursuing a Bachelor's of Arts with Education, that is Literature and English double main. And profoundly, like I said before, I'm Davis Iramukama. Most people have a name they call me Htondore, symbolizing something.
I was about to ask why you're not adding the whole list of your names.
Yes,
but I cannot forget that because formally it has a representative, it has a representation because normally Htondore represents the youth. And here right now we are here to talk about the youth. So why wouldn't I express that in written?
Maybe that is one of the reasons why I invited you.
Maybe it's my pleasure. It's my humble pleasure.
Okay.
Well, according to my leadership strategy and practically, way back it started in my high school. I was the Youth Alive president. You see, I've related a lot with the youth.
Yes.
The Youth Alive president and the founder at St. Mary's Chamhunga, a Catholic founded school there. And also later I came to Standard High School, Zana, where I had to contest as the deputy at some time. But you know, things normally turn around.
Did you play soccer at some point?
I didn't play soccer, but I was a basketballer by then.
Okay.
Only that with time things don't keep changing. Like you're talking about mindset.
Yeah.
Then you know more creates changes in other ways. I cannot forget to tell the people around the nation that Davis Iramukama is aspiring to become the next guild president 2021-2022 at Bishop Stuart University. I can't try to say that because we're here to lead for the cause, I call the generational cause.
Yes.
So with that brief introduction, I think I can give the mic back to the host. And I'm glad to be here, my brother.
Thank you very much. And yes, I believe we have the right candidates. We have a lawyer here. I think when we go off script in terms of what the law wants us, he's there to guide. When my English goes offside, he's there to guide. And this guy is here to make sure that the technology we employ in this is at its best. So quick start. For our viewers, it is well expedient to you that you know me, but it is also okay for me to introduce myself to you. I am Sam Imsiwe. I'm also a student, and I'm also a youth who is championing mindset transformation. And yes, quick start to this. I would like each one of you to define for us what mindset transformation is regarding this very topic of discussion. I will start with you, Iramukama, not only because you are here, but also because of the literature you have. I believe it is okay for you to define for us what mindset transformation is.
Well, thank you, the host or the moderator. Profoundly, I will define mindset transformation. I will refer it to a quantitative change in a person's livelihood, like how you change depending on the circumstances that are prevailing in the nation.
Yeah.
For example, I characterize mindset into four categories. There is what we call the growth mindset, self-efficiency, which is also a mindset, and then also the sense of belonging.
Yeah.
That's a vital role because it considers a lot. Mindset considers belonging.
Yes.
How do you belong to yourself? How esteemed are you to yourself? What are you practically? What are you good at? Because I cannot be good at maybe practically mingling posture, and I say that I'm good at practically maybe I'm going to dig. I can't be good at catering, and I say maybe I'm good at speech. Those two things differ. So it's about to know, it's always good to know where you belong and who you are yourself, what they call discovering yourself, because mindset deals with discovering yourself. Before you discover yourself, the question of course is who are you? What are you capable of? What can you do in life?
Yes.
What can you do to build you tomorrow? What can you do to give you a better tomorrow? Because in life we are all here. We are looking for a better tomorrow. Some you're here at 8 because you're looking for a better tomorrow.
Okay.
We are in school. We've started from senior 1.
Yes.
Case example, primary 1 at university level. We are looking for a better tomorrow. But the question of course is, how are you going to have that better tomorrow if you have not discovered yourself? Number 3 is relevance. Being relevant to your own self. How are you relevant to your own self before, my dear viewers? Before you say, I want to become someone, what are you capable of? What are you good at doing? What can you pursue in your life, right? Case example, Davis Injiramkama, I'll tell you profoundly, I discovered my quality of leadership, or I discovered myself to be a leader, way back, I think, in my senior 5. It had taken long because I had been in life, I had lived for over 15 years before that time. But I discovered myself at the age of 18. It matters a lot. So I therefore preach to my fellow youth out there, think about yourself, look at yourself, discover yourself, know where you are, know what you can do, then go to that exact field. With that brief introduction about mindset, I can recategorize it in the 4 things like I already said, and I think it's for the betterment. But first and foremost, discover yourself, relate yourself to the prevailing conditions around you. Are they favorable for you to do what you can? Because trust me, you will not bring law to illiterates, right?
Yes.
You will not go to illiterates and speak English. If you go to illiterates, you have to use the language they understand most. If they can't understand most, use the language they really understand. We have what they call the sign language. The people that are deaf, the disabled. Case example, those who can't hear, those who can't see. And if they're going to just speak and they will understand you. No. What I mean is, discover yourself before anything. Then trust me, after discovering yourself, you will have a better and a better and a better profound tomorrow, which will give you the success you need. With those, I think I can get the right to you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Delon, what does it mean to have mindset transformation, in your own opinion?
Thank you so much, Mr. Moderator. Well, when you talk of mindset transformation, I'd like to drive it critically, actually, and analyzing it from the personal basis. Mindset, what does it mean? What does your mind read and what does your mind tell you each morning you wake up? That's not what they call mindset. When you talk about transformation, what new thing would you wish to bring onto this earth? What new thing are you thinking from the outside world that actually you found living? When I connect the two mindset now, I would love to put it into ourselves as the youth. Mindset, as the youth, we are believed to be the most critical creatures on this earth. Meaning that every day we must think that that bird is black, but I can create a white one. You get?
Yes.
True.
This is whereby God created a bush world, and currently we are trying to beautify it. Every day we cut a single tree.
And it's actually the youth in which the future is very bright.
Exactly, having it. Why? The youth are regarded to be the most energetic creatures on this earth.
Yes.
So, when we bring it to this topic, that what could be the mindset transformation mean? What new thing can you design from the past that we found actually standing? I just told you that this world was bushy from the historians and the Genesis. As God created this world, it was bushy. But every day when you look around, this place actually looked to be having many trees. But currently, each day they cut one by one, and it's now looking a bit beautiful. We are transforming. How best can we transform this world as the youth? Actually, when I draw it back to our theme, the youth being energetic and creative, we must think beyond our great and forefathers thought. They laid for us a foundation, and we are here standing into that foundation. We are drawing to see this world transform from what it has been, and we see a new thing draw on ground. I'd love to bring this into political world. That's why we want to always have a democratic country. We practice democracy wherever we are.
Yes.
Bring it back to the university level. Soon or later, today or tomorrow, we are hosting and having a change of government in leadership. That's the good government. Can we change something? That's a mindset. I just said in my introduction that I'm aspiring the good president. Can I change the government what it has been? Yes, I say I do. And this is why I stand and say the current government must be praised for the little it has done. But I do see further. Now that's my mindset. I do see further to the betterment of the current government. And I'm ready to transform the current university, where the current government will leave it,
yes,
to a new government and a new university. That is actually what I can call a physical example to relate and explain exactly, moderator, what you would expect to be explained to the fellow youth and students outside there, plus the viewers. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Delon. I expected maybe a quotation of a certain article
You see?
Yes, Emma.
Okay.
Yes, thanks, moderator. Yes, about the question, mindset transformation. First of all, there are two things, mindset and transformation. When we are talking about mindset, we are talking about what you're thinking, what you're having within your head, what you can do within your head. Then transformation, we are talking about what else can you do, leave alone what you're thinking about right now, but what other thing can you do? Now, if you combine those two things, I will say that mindset transformation is a way of changing your thinking towards the current situation. Take an example. You look around the situation, what is going on, and then you see if at all you can still go with it, you keep with your mindset. But if at all you're seeing the current situations are not favoring you, then you tend to change or you tend to transfer your mindset, like according to how the situation is. For example, when you, like before introducing this system of online TV, we had these TVs like, okay, they what? But someone transferred the mindset that maybe we can have an online TV, yes, which can always be broadcast every time, which is always online.
Yes.
That's what I can say about mindset transformation. What else can you do apart from this one? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for all the good descriptions and explanations to what mindset transformation is. To our viewers who are watching us, you can share with us your own definition of mindset transformation. What is it like for you personally? How can you define it? And you can share with us your opinion in our comment sections below, and you can always share your opinion. Our platforms are there. We are live on YouTube, we are live on Facebook, and this program still runs. You can always share even when it is not live. Yes, we are discussing mindset transformation, but also the very purpose of us discussing this is to make sure that it is for the improved livelihood for the youth. It is clear to us that we have faced changes, and we have needed to always adapt to the new changing environment.
Yes, true.
After the COVID-19, things have gone the opposite direction. But how can we fit in the new normal, that even if COVID, like 4 waves come, we still rise above the storms? I will start with you, Emma.
Yes, thank you very much. First and foremost, as you've said about the COVID-19, yes, this pandemic has taught us very many things. If I'm to say, now it is us the youth to change the mindset. Actually, it is us the youth that are much affected. Therefore, it will start with us to change our mindset. If we don't, that means that we are going to be more affected. And this, I will tell you that it is going majorly to affect us economically. If at all we can transform our mindset in terms of economics, in terms of things that we are doing, in terms of things that we are going to do to earn a living, that's where this mindset transformation will come in. This is the time where we don't need to stick on one thing. This is the time where we need to extra think beyond. What else can I do so that I can earn living? For example, most of my friends who have been in town here in this period of pandemic, they were unemployed. That is the fact. And they had nothing to do. They had nothing to eat. What they had to do is to transform their mindset. What else can I do in this pandemic?
Yes.
The only section that was allowed to continue working was agriculture. Now, to me, I tell the youth at this time, let's try to do something with agriculture. I personally, when I went back home in this pandemic, I was forced to do something because I didn't know, like I didn't predict how long this will take. So I started my small scale businesses. I started with poultry, which actually nowadays is now coming up. I can say that maybe after some months I'll be earning from it. Not only that, I started a small portion where I planted there tomatoes and cabbages. Not because that I have to do it, but because I'm looking for how best I can earn in this pandemic. what else can I do? Leave alone that I'm a student. But when I get back home or when I get into my free time, I have to do something else that I can easily be earning. We have to change our mindset just because you can't predict what will happen tomorrow.
Before there, I will cut you short. I would like to know, based on that example you've given me, and
Yes.
Do you have agricultural skills and knowledge before for you to do that? Or you're trying to say that it does not require you, as long as there's a will, there is always a way?
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, this comes in with a mindset as the theme.
Yes.
Which mindset are you having? Which programs are you having? Back to me, I've never done any agriculture course or any agriculture. Actually, in Olive, I didn't study agriculture. A-level I did. Actually, this time around, I'm not related to any course of doing agriculture.
So you only used up to Form 2?
Exactly up
That
to Form 2.
agriculture, which is
Actually, not up to Form 2, but background of it.
okay.
Background of it.
Yes.
Yes, whereby I see my neighbors doing like some more agriculture. Yes, and not only that, we are having some organization which teach this entrepreneurship.
Yes.
If at all you're having an idea, how best can you do it?
Yeah.
Actually, I used this entrepreneurship because I studied it in A level. I said, if at all I'm having some small problem, what can I do? If at all I'm having 50,000, how can I make it multiply?
Yes.
Therefore, I came with that idea of maybe to start a poultry farm, just because that was the situation that I could have a business through. But it doesn't mean that you should go for poultry. Doesn't mean that you could go for farming. But you look for any other thing that you can do that fits within your skills. Yes, like how he said that you can't find someone who speaks English and then you take him or her to the illiterate. Of course, things will be off. First, identify yourself. What can you do? Apart from being at the TV, what else can you do?
Yeah.
You understand? So you identify yourself. After identifying yourself, then you look for what else you can do that can earn you a living. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I expected Honorable Emma to cite a certain site that gave him knowledge using his IT skills to at least tell him that he could empower himself even when he was not in that field. Yes, Honorable Delon.
Thank you so much. When you just rate it in that manner, I don't find I will get any quotation in a row to define what we are talking about. However, it's good to have such a discussion and relate it to our personal affairs and personal livelihood. I just started by saying that the youth are regarded to be the most energetic creatures on this planet. Currently, that's the statistic that is running. So, how do we best modify the situation that actually is still running but has affected it in the past days? That is the COVID-19. How best would we live in it, and how best would we come out of it still with a smiling face and healthy? I wouldn't run out of agriculture, as my co-speaker said, that's Emma. I would start to engage myself that which mindset do we the youth have? I'd want to start by saying the factors for the youth. We must have what we call social expectations. That's one. Factors for the youth. For every youth to have social expectation. What do you expect on this earth? Secondly, the values. Which values as you, the youth, do you possess? Second, are you religious? Do you have morals?
Yes.
Yes. So before you think further, you first consider all those factors. Do you possess them as the youth? Then, now on this panel, I would love to even draw in the political world. Do you have that social expectation? Yes, you are aspiring. Do you have that social expectation as the youth?
Yes.
That's now our mind. Not forgetting myself. That's our social expectation outside. Can we fit in this, in all these factors as the youth? If we now say that, yes, Emma just said that he practiced the simple agriculture at home. That is the good of him. At least he didn't waste time. He impacted something on the ground.
Yes.
I'd love also just in a few minutes to express that I engaged myself in the political world. in this corona. You know, the other December, November, January.
Yes.
So I also didn't sit at home and wait for the food on table. I had to do something outside there. Which impact did I bring in my fellow youth? I stood as the youth leader from structure 1 up to the last structure actually.
In your own
Municipality, that's Rukunjiri. I didn't waste time.
Yes.
How did I bring all this? We usually ran to the district headquarters and bring out these programs, the government programs. As the leader, we used to run there, and then we take the knowledge to our fellow youth down there who voted for us actually.
Yes, yes.
Talk about the Myoga. They came, but people in the 5 villages didn't know about those programs.
Some people actually received that money and thought it was a benefit and an
Yes.
advantage for voting the current government.
Exactly. So, what did we do? We, with the current mindset in the politics, serving our people, we had to run for those programs. And did we sit on them? No. We instead took the same knowledge to our voters. Those are the youth down there.
Yes.
We are trying to modify them. Myoga funds, they came to improve our livelihood as the youth, to at least start some small businesses, some small structures to earn our living.
Yes.
What's the modification of that? Uganda, currently, well, I have to praise the current president and the government that they are no longer wanting us to be job seekers. Instead, they want us to be job creators. Mr. Emma just said that he started a poultry farm. Can you use that Myoga fund to create something?
Yeah.
I personally, I started some small cattle farm through that money.
Well,
And I expect a calf every year. I expect a calf plus the milk.
I was about to ask you, I was about to suggest to you that you're starting to speak like a motivational speaker.
Thank you so much.
And, and you know there are issues with motivational speakers.
Yes. So
Motivational speaker, they started
Usually the way they share their stories,
Yes.
some people just jump to where they are without telling us clearly. Somebody was saying that I started KFC with a feather.
yes, so
Yes.
this is how we are trying to transform the world outside there.
Yes.
Can you get some small portion now that the government has started giving us something as the youth?
The
Can we
model is also here.
Can we use such small funds to run our businesses?
Yes.
Because the youth we shall have one challenge, always said, and it will always be said that we have no capital, but no money is there. I heard that some ate pork out of that money. Some praised the government for having thought about the youth to have voted well, and that was like a token.
Yes.
But then, did they know what was the essence of that money?
Yes.
Now here I'm here saying that actually that money is supposed to be refunded. We must bring back that money to the pocket of the government to help those ones who didn't receive. But then, can we first get something of it? Yes. I have a cow and it's growing well every day. Actually, soon I will receive a calf. Then now, how about other programs we as the youth are we doing? Who aspire to be the presidents, who aspire to be the leaders, who aspire to inspire those who are not yet inspired? Are we taking the same knowledge to our fellow youth or to the outside
As
world?
you conclude on that.
I just say that we're the youth, we must not sit down on the floor. There are a lot of work to do outside there. You can engage in all sorts of work, politics, but then you must mind about your factors as the youth. Are you morally well?
Yes.
Are you well behaved? Are you a Christian? Are you a Muslim? And then when you combine all those factors, now that's why you bring in the theme of today, mindset transformation. When you have all those and possess all those factors, you cannot think like a casual man. No, you think in the continuous coming days.
Yes.
Thank
and
you so
in
much.
the adapting world.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Honorable Davis, what do you have to say regarding this very
apparently, I will depend on the new normal because the topic is depending mindset on the new normal.
Yes.
I would love to say that your mind is a set of beliefs that shape you and give you where you belong. I talked about the sense of belonging. The question of concern is, sometimes I would differ with the precurrent speakers where they say that mindset is an expectation. No, a mindset is not what you expect. A mindset is about what you dream. You know, they normally say think big and dream big. It's better to think legibly before you dream big, because if you dream big, trust me, at the time you end up what they call knocking, okutomera. Let me put it in in the layman's language for everyone to understand, because we are speaking to the nation. I'll give an example of myself. I will talk about the pre-COVID-19 era and then the post-COVID-19 era. Profoundly, before the COVID-19, things were normal. Things were normal. We used to work. I worked in MCO power services. We used to live in fields. Earn a living mindset. What do you think you can earn out of anything? The problem with the youth today, they think things would come on the plate. People think things can come on the silver plate. That is why you hear the youth outside the nation cry, the government must help us on this, the government must do for us this, the government has not helped us with anything. No. Yes. The question of concern is, do you think the government is just legibly going to come to the youth and say that we are giving you this money, go and use it? In fact, personally, as a student leader and as a youth leader, I will totally speak to the nation that I differed with Nabanja's proportion of giving people the 100,000 K, because it was of no sense to the Ugandans. At least if they had put platforms for people to do some other things. Case example, you give people something like, let me talk about what the president did, Yoga, like he said. Put something to build the people. Trust me, today, if you gave me the 100,000 on my pockets today, first of all, I've been thinking about the good suit. I have seen, the youth, how they think. He has been saying...
Well, you will need to upgrade the kind of smartphone you have.
Yeah, good. You will need to upgrade the kind of smartphone. You didn't have that at that time.
Yes.
Remember the new normal? The new normal that almost is equipped with only internet. You get? And preferably, so I think it is always better to think of what exactly can you do.
Yes.
What are you really good at? And then employ yourself to that. I tell you something, I tried agriculture. Because I tried to rear, even my parents, they kept telling me, what are you learning for? I had a dream of doing poultry. I did the first poultry farm.
I was told poultry is not very easy. It's
poultry is really not easy, yeah.
Yes.
I started a poultry farm in the pre-current COVID-19 era, in the middle, when the first lockdown. It was overwhelmed by sickness. Second poultry farm, rain came, the hens went away. Third poultry farm, it also went that way. The question, of course, is, what do you think you can really do? Discover yourself.
Yes.
With a bachelor, I normally talk about practice. Practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the more you understand what you really can do. What can you do best? I practiced poultry farm. It refused. I said, now, you know what? Good enough, we are coming to the post-election period, the pre-election period. I said, no, you know what, at least I've been a leader. Let me go back to Shane. I need to think about how can I lead the people. I said the lineages of how to build people, how to mentor the youth, how to deal with the youth. The question, of course, when I discovered myself, listen now, this is the field I know that I can make. This is the field that I really stand for in life.
Yes.
First and foremost, I normally tell the youth, before you complain, my mom has not given me this, my dad has not given me this, what can you do? As you, what have you put in place for parents to see? Because trust me, anybody, let it be a parent, they will add on you if you've done something.
Yes.
Don't expect a parent to just bring a hell of money or a hell of anything, and they will be like, I'm giving you this, go and start this. Normally, I want to give you a genuine example. I want you to look at a percentage of this people from the wealthy families, and then a percentage of the people from the middle class families, and then the peasants. Trust me, in this nation, people who come from lowly families normally develop faster than those in the wealthy families. The reason being, parents have spoiled us, the youth, by spoon feeding us with everything.
They have not given us an opportunity to think outside the box.
Yeah, they have not given us an opportunity. So a parent will put you at home and be like, Davis, I want you to keep at home. Everything you need, I will provide it. The question, of course, is, are you mentoring me? Because the question, of course, we have
even identifying my areas of interest.
Good, thank you. You're with me now. We fall in the same box. Because the question, of course, is, has this parent really thought, by keeping this student or this child of mine at home, am I leaving the child to see the world? Am I leaving the child to practice and see what really they can do? Because I might love farming, case example, like you said, he has a calf right now. And my parents maybe tells me, to do poetry or maybe to do farming. No, I want you to go and seek a job from maybe day to day and then start working there. The question, of course, is, does my heart love that?
Yeah.
Why can't parents let people do what they can in relation to their mindset?
Yes.
According to the new normal. You understand?
Yes.
Because he does IT, I'm a lead scholar, he's a lawyer. The question of, we are in different fields. These are different fields of study, and we are studying to become some people.
Yes.
The question, of course, is, by the virtue that I've done only education in literature, is it only education that is going to give me a better future? The question, of course, is, how and where are you going to perform this? Because I might study, papers can be done, I might get a degree. The question, of course, is, what mindset? He talked about the moral approach that you give to the people. What have you put forward? You get?
Yes.
It's what can build people. So to me, I consider a mindset to deal with morality. Morality matters a lot.
Yes.
If you're moral today, trust me, everyone would love to use you, Sam. Everyone would love to use Emma. Everyone would love to use Delon. So in so dealing with that, I think it is always better to be moral before thinking about other things. Just from there, now be self-relying. Think about yourself. What can I do personally? If my father has given me an upkeep of 500,000, maybe let's say 100k, what can I do? The question, of course, is
Yes.
You
That's
understand?
very important.
As the more we disguise and contemplate these small scale jobs, they give us a living. Trust me, you look at someone selling tomatoes somewhere, and you be like, now look at this one, what is he doing? Tomorrow you look at a youth digging a pit latrine. You're seated at home, doing nothing on your phone. Someone is digging a pit latrine. He's going to add 30k to his own pocket. You're the same person who says, why is he digging a pit latrine? You're the same person who will be convinced by a problem. You come back, Davis, I know you have money. Like he said. Eh? So you want to now you want to borrow money from that person who has sacrificed, and you just sit at home. So I pray to the youth out there, please let's not disguise and let's emulate ourselves into practice. Let's practice practical work. Let's do things practically. We are in a Uganda whereby the president considers something better than called food security.
Yes.
Food security matters a lot. The president considers food security because Uganda's backbone is agriculture. Agriculture is the basement of Uganda. Because without agriculture, we wouldn't have Uganda today. Right?
Yes.
The question, of course, is, can the youth in our nation, Uganda, think about what is better for the nation?
Yes.
What is good for the nation? If we are dealing with agriculture, if I started a small scale of poultry, can I earn from it?
Yeah.
Can't I start with one hen? One hen will give me 12 eggs.
Yes.
From 12 eggs, they will give me 30 chicken.
Yeah.
Like that. So with those, I raise...
But of course, in adding to that, of course, there are other values that you have to attach, something like you had mentioned earlier, something to do with patience, persistence, and of course, like, there is no business that is just a walkover and it is smooth all through. Of course, those are the values that you had hinted on. And yes, as we come towards the closure of our program today, for someone who has missed out on what these brilliant minds have mentioned, they have talked about something to do with values, and I'm reminded by a certain quotation that if you're talented or if you have skills, they may take you to greater heights, but it is those values and characters that are going to maintain your position there. And yes, as we come almost towards the conclusion, I want to know, we are in almost every youth personality that is out there is connected with some education. How can we leverage our education knowledge to at least apply it in this field of mindset transformation? Yes, I will get like a minute, starting with you.
That what? Come again.
Just 1 minute, we're discussing how we can use our education knowledge, the knowledge we have obtained from institutions, to apply it. Like, at least every one of you was able to transform his mindset, but it was off the field in which you are specializing in.
Yes, first and foremost, I would let the viewers know that when you're in education, when you're studying, you're acquiring skills. And these are the skills that you're going to use. These are the skills that you're acquiring from the institution that you're going to use outside the institution. I personally am doing IT.
Yes.
At times, after the course, I'm equipped with IT skills. Maybe for all I specialize in a certain unit. For example, network. that means that I'm equipped with networking skills. Now, when you get outside there, if at all you see that the knowledge you've acquired from the institution can equip you in the line of what you're doing, keep with it. But if at all it doesn't, you adjust. That's why I like this course of education. Education, it teaches a variety of things. If at all you can't do this, maybe try this one, but with the help of the skills you're acquiring from the institution.
Yes.
With education, the good thing with it, when you're in education, you don't just learn these skills from the class. You learn with social life, you learn with how to handle things in a community. So these are the skills that you're going to use outside there.
Yes. Yes.
In the mindset transformation.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
I think you have answered my question very well. And yes, Honorable Delon, I would like you to shed a very clear image on employability, because it is clear that, and has always been said, that there is no unemployment. What is lacking is employability.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Moderator. I would love to start by saying that there is what we call knowledge and wisdom. Those are two different things.
Yes,
you
yes,
can understand.
Yeah.
Knowledge and wisdom. Drawing it from, not drawing it far from what Emma just said. We are studying to acquire knowledge.
Yes.
But then, are we wise? That's the biggest question. You might be knowledgeable but not wise.
Yes.
You might be wise but not knowledgeable. In class, you're always the last. But then outside, you're performing well.
Yeah.
How about when you balance the two? As God's creature, we are all granted wisdom, of course. I can't deny that. But when you talk about employability, it's all about now the mindset of someone. If you are an agriculture student, how best can you modify the outside world with your knowledge?
Yes.
Combine your knowledge plus the wisdom you have. Actually, this is the real topic we are discussing today. Today's theme. Use the two things, then you'll modify. Me, personally, I will not actually become a job seeker. I won't. And I'm not specializing in law concepts only.
Yes.
I'm engaged in most fields. Talk about politics. Talk about cattle rearing down there.
Because all these fields will need your knowledge.
I'm there. I'm using my wisdom. Anything you can do best, please. Don't download on it. Devs just told us that we the youth actually have the biggest problem of undermining the little jobs that are available for us. But you can lay a foundation from there. We are just praising and maybe honoring the big people, the rich people usually say on media. But then how did they start?
Yes.
Some will tell you that actually they started by selling these pancakes. But then can also transform ourselves from the smallest point maybe to the future where God will have laid us.
Yes.
So I combine that to wisdom and knowledge. I'm studying law, but I won't specialize in law only. I will specialize in many activities outside here.
And I must say all those activities will also require your knowledge of law, which justifies your reason.
Exactly.
To go to other fields.
I would just go by the factors that form a youth.
Yes.
Behavior, moral ethics. That's how we can modify and have this world changed into a transformation new thing.
Yes, Honorable Davis, as your parting shots on this very topic of today.
My parting shots one, I will consider it as, I told you I do education.
Yes.
Fellow youth outside there, you need to learn. Learning is the acquisition of knowledge and skills. Don't just go to school to grow. Go to school to learn, acquire skills to use thereafter here.
On that very note, I would like to ask, you people in the education sector have been affected so much that some people are still at home.
Yes.
And I think trying to also adapt to other situations. What is your final message to those teachers specifically who are there and they are not earning anything basically?
All right, thank you, moderator. I would love to say that for the message I would give to the teachers out there, actually, most of them are youth like me.
Yes, yes.
Others are older than me. Others are almost to my father's age.
Yes.
The teachers out there will tell you education and teaching is not only the key. They say education is the key. But may I differ with that? Education.
People said that the key was, they changed the padlock, so there's need to find another key.
Yeah, there is formality, depending on different courses and different activities, teachers are really undermined in this nation.
Yeah.
But I tell you, teachers are the backbone of this nation, because without them, we don't have a nation like
That is undoubted.
Yeah, that is undoubtable, because now my message to the teachers out there, Don't squeeze yourself to the class.
Yes.
Don't just put your mindset on only the class. Don't think if I will not teach, I will not earn.
Yeah.
By teaching, you're earning salary. But the question of course is, how have you used your salary after here? How have you used your salary after you've gone? The question of course is, most teachers have attested us, you teach and then wait for the payroll. The question of, what if you die without a payroll? You have a family to live. You have a family to take care of. How have you left them? So I would advise the teachers outside. Actually, there is one woman I saw training on media who was a teacher who elongated herself to bricklaying.
Yes, yes.
Fellow Ugandans
She was
out there.
a head teacher.
Yeah, she was a head teacher. Fellow Ugandans, I urge you, borrow a leaf from that lady. Let me tell you, teaching alone is not enough.
Yes.
So learn, acquire skills, and then the knowledge. Use the knowledge you've acquired from class
Yes.
to develop yourself. What I call practical work. Go back at your home. People have land.
Yes.
Let me tell you, people have land. Land is there. People don't know how to use land.
Resources are there. generally.
Resources are there, but people don't want to use the resources.
Yes.
You could have a small portion of land, even if it is 10 inches. 10 inches or 10 meters, maybe. Let me say 10 meters actually. You could just use that small portion of land, grow green peppers.
Yes.
Each tree of a green pepper will develop to you over 6 green peppers.
Yes.
6 green peppers, if you sell each green pepper at 500 shillings, you're earning 3,000 Ugandan shillings. Count if you have a portion of land of 6 meters and you have over 100 trees of green peppers. How much are you going to earn per day?
Thank
Won't
you
be
very
earning
much.
a living here?
I would like you to blend that with your final word on this program.
Blending that on my final word, I'll just say that youth outside there, be practical oriented. Learn to use the skills you earn from school to take them back home. Practically, go practice, because life is about practice. Without practice, you cannot learn. And without learning, you will not earn.
Yes.
Those two things go hand in hand. Your mindset will make your future tomorrow. Your mindset will give you a better tomorrow. Oh, an overwhelming tomorrow. So I leave the rest of the youth, it's only upon them. Because the youth here in Uganda are used of undermining jobs. Like I said before. Fellow youth outside, don't undermine jobs. Don't undermine jobs. Equip yourself with practical services. Know what exactly you're supposed to do.
Thank you very much. Yes, Honorable Darren, your final word on this very topic and also on this very program.
Thank you so much, Mr. Moderator. I would love to tell the youth outside there and maybe my fellow youth here that actually do not sit on what best you can do. Get inspired and then inspire the rest.
Yes.
Okay? Actually, on that very point, get what you call a social network. Who knows you? Whom do you know? Because who will inspire you? That's also a big question. Whom do you discuss with issues? Do you discuss with a countryman or someone with some skills and knowledge? That's also a very big point I can hit. So get a social network of which it will inspire you. Then don't sit on that skill you will acquire from them. Also extend it to the rest. And now we call that perfection. You will be perfecting in what actually you will have learned. So my message actually lies in there. Get a social network. Who knows you and whom do you know? And then get inspired and then inspire the rest. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Yes, Honorable Emma, your final word.
Yes,
on the program.
thanks, moderator. What I can tell the youth over there is, first and foremost, identify yourself. Identify what you can do. Identify your capabilities. Focus on what you can do. Leave alone the rest. That's one. Secondly, keep on asking yourself, what have I done today that will keep me motivated? Focus on what you've done today, what you've achieved today. If at all you've done analysis at the end of the week, you've achieved nothing, that means that you're not earning. Keep on asking yourself, what have I done today? For example, back to me as a student, every day I ask myself, what have I done today? In line with my course.
Yes.
What have I learned today in my field? If you keep on asking yourself and you do analysis at the end of the month that you've achieved nothing, it will keep you motivated and it will let you do something. Then lastly, I would wish to share with the youth that you analyze the situation, identify a challenge or a problem, try to provide a possible solution. If you provide a possible solution, trust me, you will earn from it. Because nowadays we are looking at how best we can solve the the available challenges. If you provide a solution, trust me, you earn. With those, I wish you the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Emma. Thank you very much, Honorable Delon. Thank you very much, Honorable Davis, for accepting and honoring our invitation here at HTV, and specifically on the youth feedback, to share with us your mind regarding mindset transformation. And I believe you're going to extend the same voice to your other youth that you're aspiring to. It is, I believe, part of your mandate in terms of the careers that you are pursuing. And to our youth out there and viewers of this very program, we want to thank you very much. But in case you missed, you can always have this show. It is always available on YouTube and Facebook, so you can always spare time and look at it. But squeezing the nutritive value from whatever they have shared, I have something for you, the youth out there, as we conclude on this very program. One, something very important was highlighted to do with wisdom. For us to succeed in life, we need a spiritual and superpower being, and that is God. Without God, you will not have the wisdom, and without wisdom, you will not implement the knowledge that you study from, that you acquire from class. And yes, something else is that you have to have those values, because they're the ones that are going to maintain you in those positions that you will acquire. Secondly, is about capital. Most of the youth here say they do not have capital, but the very first capital is vision. Right now, as long as you have the right vision, well documented, there are very many opportunities that will help you achieve whatever dream you want. Thirdly, we are living in an era that is very much digitized, and therefore you can even earn money online, or in just make money while you're asleep. You just need to explore. You trigger your mindset to discovering those opportunities. Number 4 is you have to identify your areas of interest and look for how best you can earn from your areas of interest, because in so doing, you're not going to suffer so much with looking for jobs and everything in between.
Exactly.
And lastly, for our youth, of course, my panelists here have been talking about something to do with like loving white collar jobs. We always participate or do Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, and everything. But do you know that you can earn from those? You can earn from those very white collar jobs. So as long as you have the right vision, you can get all the resources that are available. Thank you very much for listening to us and honoring to view this very show from where it started up to where it has ended. And in case you missed, it is always live on our social media platforms. And finally, I want to tell you that for the public, you can always use this very place. It is called the University Inn, and yes, you just need to meet the requirements that are required, and you will enjoy the best of fresh air and a conducive environment for you to think about what you need to do to transform your mindset. Until next time, God bless you, and I wish you God's grace and love.
You're watching a Youth TV, empowering you.
Are you looking for new or refurbished laptops? Or do you need to have your PC repaired and maintained? Do you need accessories for computers or phones? Are you in search of a printer or decoder? Worry not. If you're in Mbarara, you can now get all these from PAL Technologies. Find us at former Nakmat Building, room 14, or call us on 0777 525